Hi! Hey, do you want to see something cool? Check this out. Okay, I know what you're thinking. He just played a chord I don't understand. It's just a stupid chord, okay? Well, I haven't tuned this guitar in 3 months. And it hasn't gone out of tune. And it's all thanks to the Evertune. Now, to be fair, it is very, very slightly out of tune, but for 3 months, and for a Gibson, I think it's pretty great. I think it's fantastic. I don't know if you're watching this video because you're interested in getting an Evertune or if you just randomly found this on YouTube scrolling, but you need to check out the Evertune. Basically what it does is it keeps your guitar in tune for a really, really long time. The Evertune is a fully mechanical bridge system that uses springs to keep constant tension on strings no matter what, so it won't let it fall out of tune, but you can still bend on it, like this. In my opinion, this is one of the best innovations that has ever happened to guitar. Picture this. There I was a wee lad, playing guitar, 11 years old or something like that. I was in my bedroom, playing Ozzy and Metallica songs. And in between every single song, I had to tune up my guitar, and I got really annoyed with it, right? As I was tuning the guitar between every song, I was thinking, man, it'd be great if I didn't have to do this. So you can imagine, the first time I saw the Evertune, I was instantly attracted to it, right? I got my first one about 5 years ago, and now every guitar that I own has an Evertune on it. I even sent my 2019 Les Paul Standard in to Evertune directly so they could install it. This is the routing job that they did. This is what they did to my guitar, and I couldn't love it more. Here are some things I want to say about the Evertune so you know a little bit more about it. Sit down, I'm gonna learn you something real quick. Alright, I've had a lot of people ask me, does the Evertune take batteries? No, it does not take batteries. It is fully mechanical, magical goodness. So a lot of people get hung up on the idea that you can't bend at all with the Evertune, but you absolutely can. But you can also set it to not bend at all.
Oh my gosh, it's like magic. I can't believe it. How's he doing that? Wow.
So another common thing that people talk about is just the setup time on the Evertune. You can't whammy with this. There's no spot for a whammy bar. It's just a fixed thing. If it takes a while to set up and it stays in tune really, really well, just like a Floyd Rose, why don't you just have a Floyd Rose where you can whammy and it basically stays in tune about the same amount of time? Well, the setup time on the Evertune is not long at all. It's way more pleasant than a Floyd Rose for sure, at least in my opinion. And it stays in tune longer. Like I said, I haven't tuned this guitar in about 3 months, and that's just because I haven't really been recording anything or playing any shows lately, and I've been moving and, you know, all that kind of stuff, life stuff. The fact that it's still in tune, like, that's fantastic. I love that. I love that even more if I'm actually out on the road playing a show every night, or if I'm in the studio all day just laying down a bunch of guitar tracks. I never have to worry about, oh, is it slightly out of tune? Are my doubles gonna line up? Does my mom actually like me? You know, it takes all that weight off, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just create. Okay, here's a quick rundown of how to restring a guitar with an Evertune bridge on it. At least, this is what I do. So to start the process, you just remove your old strings like normal, and while your guitar is sitting there, defenseless, naked, you're going to take your new strings and you're going to string it up almost the same as a Fender guitar, like a Strat. You take the string, just feed it through the back, and then you wind it up with them twisty boys. Eventually you're going to hit a spot where the spring is actually just activated and it's not allowing any tension change to happen, which keeps your guitar in tune. This is what Evertune I think calls like the threshold zone.
We call this region where the balance is zone 2 and also the sweet spot.
The threshold zone.
It's false. It's fiction. We made it up.
So the trick is to tune it up just to the end of
zone 2.
So then when you bend the guitar, you're going to give it that little bit of tension that it needs to just go right over
zone 2.
And then you're actually going to bend and change the pitch and then make it sound normal. So go through all your strings and set them just to the end of
zone 2.
And then we can start worrying about actually setting up the bridge and tuning it properly, right? If you buy an Evertune equipped guitar, or if you have an Evertune installed on your guitar, then they give you this cool little Evertune Allen key. But you don't need this, it's just a standard Allen key that just looks cool, right? So use what you have. But when we're down to the bridge, the first thing you want to worry about is the actual tuning of each string. You set the tuning with the little holes in the saddles. And once you're done setting your tuning, personally I like to set my action, which are these guys right here. There isn't really much different about the Evertune here. When it comes to action, you can just set it to whatever you like. It's a personal taste. And then once you set your action, you can set your intonation, which are these little guys in the back.
I am small.
Here's a pro tip. When you're adjusting the intonation on the Evertune, it's going to change the tension of the actual string itself. So it might be above
Zone 2.
and it could be a little sharp, or the tension might be lower to where if you bend the string, it's actually not going to bend at all. When you adjust the intonation on the bridge, you want to compensate with the tuning peg and make sure it stays right in that sweet spot. Otherwise, you're just going to be bouncing around all night and you're going to lose your mind. Once you set the intonation on every string, congratulations, you've set up your Evertune. It doesn't take that long. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes.
Cool. At first I thought maybe he was hallucinating or something, like vacation.
But yeah, that's the Evertune. I absolutely love this thing. I've been playing it for years. I'm going to be playing it for years to come. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully there's an Evertune in your future. Okay, bye.